This is the Glenbard West Downers Grove North dual meet with the freshman race here going off. I'm Coach Orlo, the head cross-country coach, Glenbard West cross-country team. At this point in the season, Downers Grove North is in second place with a 4-2 record. They just started. They're off, and they're going to head down the course first quarter-mile mark. Downers Grove North looks like they've got a good pack up there in front. 4 guys getting out real quick there. There goes a 5th. Will Bradley, you can see up there for West, Hess, Steve Hess, and the rest of Glenbard. Glenbard West is in 6th place at this point with a record of 3-3. Real nice pack up there for Downers Grove North with Steve Hess there, Will Bradley, and Greg Moore. They're coming by the quarter-mile mark. Couple seconds here. Right about there. Hit the quarter-mile mark. You can see Rob Hunter right behind that pack. Here they are passing the half-mile mark. Downers Grove has a real nice pack up here with 3 runners. Now if they stay like that the rest of the meet, there's no way Glenbard West can win, because Downers Grove North will go 1, 2, 3, and you can't beat a cross-country team that does that to you in a dual meet. They'll have they'll have a score of 1 point, 2 points, and 3 points, and it's impossible to beat this score. Oops, they almost got lost there. Here comes Steve Hess for Glenbard West, followed by Darren Reese is up there, Greg Moore, Will Bradley. Real good group of 3, and the rest of Downers Grove North, there's 4. Then we have Roger Marks. Right behind him is Rob Hunter. Chris Frankovich there. Here comes Chris Franks, Keith Johnson. Real nice form by both of those boys. Heading up the hill, going over to the 3/4 of a mile mark. There's Rick Gossi right behind him. We should be coming up here a 1.5 mile mark. Steve Hess has caught the other 2 of the Downers Grove boys and is passing Debs from Downers Grove North. That's Pike from Downers Grove North. They're in 3rd place. Downers has 4th and 5th there with Will Bradley right behind him in 6th. Then Downers has 7th place. And Glenbard West has 8th and 9th there with Greg Moore and Darren Reese. Comes Rob Hunter in 10th. Now if they stay like that, if Downers stays like this, they've got the meet won, because they've got a real good pack right behind Hess of 4 guys. What West has to do at this point is try and bake them up. That's Chris Frankovich running pretty good there with Roger Marks right behind him. Another Downers Grove boy. And over here is coming up will be Chris Franks and Keith Johnson, both run together, looking very good, very relaxed, nice arm movement, real good stride. Keith is looking behind him to see who's behind him. You don't always want to do that, because somebody might pass you from the other side if you look behind, if they're real close to you in the back and behind you. That's a nice downhill here going into the finish. A lot of guys try taking off right down that hill and keep that momentum going right into the finish. Should be coming up on the finish here. Here they come. Here comes Steve Hess in 1st place. Nice job, Steve. Real good. Good effort there. And here's Debs from Downers Grove. Shows that big guys don't run this sport always. And Pike from Downers Grove in 3rd place. Good finish by Downers Grove. Here comes Will Bradley. Nice arm movement in there. Good race. And this is where Downers is going to beat us. Right here. They've got 4th, 5th. No, they've got 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th place. They've got their 5 guys in there. Here comes our third, Greg Moore, third man. Darren Reese is our fourth man, and Rob Hunter will finish out the scoring for Glenbard West as fifth man. So the final score in this meet come out: Downers Grove North 23, Glenbard West 35. Scoring. Lowest score wins in cross country. Here comes Chris Frankovich. It's the Glenbard sixth man. Another Downers Grove man. Now for Glenbard West, coming up over the hill. That is, hard to see, Roger Marks. Comes in with a real strong finish, almost catches that guy. Comes Chris Franks, Keith Johnson, Scott Stratton's up there, and Rick Gossi. This will be Glenbard's 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th men coming in. Real good finish, and that's a nice pack there. You want to finish up in a real good pack. You want to run together as a group. It helps you. Freshman team eventually beat Downers Grove North in the conference meet and came in 4th place overall. Here coming up here is the start of the sophomore race. They're starting off here, real strong run. Looking good for Glenbard West. They've got a nice pack up there. Coming out real strong. They've got 5 guys up there. That's Vic Talbot there. His nickname's the Rock. Flying Rock. He's getting out good with Doug Fry. Real strong group. Freshman team is in 2nd place in the conference right now, losing to York because we moved the sophomores up to varsity when we had a dual meet against York. We ran a lot of freshmen on the sophomore level at that point. They're getting at a quarter-mile mark right now. Sophomores have a 6-1 record going into this. Downers Grove North team is in last place right now. Sophomore team. Real nice pack coming up here from left to right, from right to left, excuse me. Steve Zervakis, Doug Fry, Vic Talbot. And we have Scott Engstrom, Mike Drew, Todd Hensey, Terry Cavillion, to Downers Grove, and Jeff Poison. Real good group up there, real tight pack up there in the front. That's what you want to strive for in cross country, to get a real good pack up there in the front. Work together as a team. Coming up the hill now is Mike Berries with 2 other Downers Grove North runners. Mike will be our last man, even though he's beaten 6 or 7 other Downers Grove boys. It's kind of an incline here. It's just after the half-mile mark. When they come in, when we see them again in the picture, they'll be coming down from the 3/4 of a mile. Doug Fry right now is in 1st place. Doug's had problems with his legs. With one leg, it might be a stress fracture, we're not sure. Vic Talbot right there. Steve Zervakis in 3rd. And we have 2 very confident Glenbard West runners, Mike Drew and Scott Engstrom, waving to us. Downers Grove North isn't one of the stronger teams on the sophomore level in the conference this year, even though they do have a very good varsity team. Todd Hensey coming around the turn. Todd's done a real good job for us this year. First Downers Grove North boy. And then we have Terry Cavillion. Terry was a frost stud last year. Jeff Poison there. I pick up the picture again. They're coming into the finish. Vic Talbot is taking the lead, and Scott Engstrom's right behind him. Doug Fry had to stop and walk a little bit because of that leg I told you earlier about. Real strong finish from Vic Talbot. Scott Engstrom. Nice finish also. Nice arm movement there. Real good finish, Scott. Pulling off his name tag, looking behind him. Here comes Steve Zervakis. At this point, he's the 7th man on the varsity level. Nice job, Steve. They had quite a lead on the rest of the runners in this race. Doug Fry is coming up here. Doug at this point is our 4th man on varsity. Really been having some leg problems. It's the right leg. Might be a stress fracture. Not sure about it. He's kind of just finishing up. We have this meet pretty well wrapped up. Especially after going 1, 2, 3, you can't lose after that. Mike Drew's following Doug. And behind Mike Drew is Todd Hensey. And they will be our 6th and 7th men. Finishing up strong. No, 4th and 5th men. Right behind Hensey, Jeff Poison passed the first place Downers Grove man. And he'll be our 7th man coming in, which gives us a score, which will give us a score of 15 points. It's the lowest possible score you can get. If you get 15 points scored against it in a dual meet, then you will receive 50 points, the highest score you can possibly receive in cross country. Again, a reminder, lowest score wins. Here comes Terry Cavillion. Nice strong finish for him, one of his better races this year. Good job, Terry. Downers Grove. Sophomores later on in the year beat York in the conference meet and tied for first place in the conference. One of the better performances by a sophomore group at Glenbard West High School. Coming up will be the next race, the varsity race against Downers Grove North. At this point in the season, Downers Grove North is in 3rd and 4th place. Here's the start, and they're off. Should be a real tight pack coming up. We're at a different camera angle here. They'll come right past us at the start. Real big pack up there. Chris Berkey, Jim Reed, Dan Zarowski for Glenbard up there in the pack. There's Mike Johnson also, Matt Hill, and John Poison. Here they are passing the half-mile mark. Again, 3 top Glenbard West runners, Chris Berkey, Dan Zarowski, Jim Reed. Also for Downers Grove North, Steve Timble and sophomore Ken Tracy are up there. Here comes Matt Hill, John Poison, Tom Gorman for Glenbard going up this hill. Dave Boisher is next. Doug Manick. As I was saying, Downers Grove North is in 4th place in the conference right now with the losses to York, Proviso West, and Lyons Township. Glenbard West is in 3rd place with only losses to York and Proviso West. So this will be a real good matchup here. The race is coming around to the 1.5 mile mark. Dan Zarowski's got the lead over Steve Timble from Downers Grove. Here comes Jim Reed, looking real strong, and Chris Berkey. Chris is usually our 1st man. He sometimes has problems with a cold. And Downers' 2nd man is Ken Tracy. 2 more Downers Grove men. And a 5th. It's going to be a real tight race here. Downers Grove. Mike Johnson, converted half-miler, running cross country this year. Ran last year for the first time as a sophomore. Tom Gorman is our 5th man with Matt Hill following. Matt's had a lot of problems. He had a baseball injury at the beginning of the year and is slow coming back from the injury. Here comes Dave Boisher, looking relaxed. Nice arm movement. And the next Glenbard man should be coming up here, and that's Doug Manick. Looking real relaxed, Doug. Nice arm movement there. They're heading down into the 1.5 miles at this point. The next shot, we'll see him coming up. And this is turning the corner Timble's taking the lead with Dan Zarowski in second. That's Tracy in third. Jim Reed in fourth. Chris Berkey will be coming up in fifth. They're going to be coming around here for the last mile. Both Jim Reed and Chris Berkey love this downhill finish on the last mile. They'll really pick it up, and they'll probably pass a couple of guys. Next will be a couple Downers Grove Northmen. This will be a real tight race. Real tight race coming up. Mike Johnson will be the next Glenbard man. He usually has a pretty good kick at the finish, Johnson. As I said, he was a half miler. He still is a half miler. Ran a 2:02 half last year as a sophomore. He should be able to catch some of these guys coming in the finish. Real good arm movement there, Mike. Another Downers Grove man. Comes Tom Gorman. This will be the first time that he's in the top five for us this year in a dual meet. He's looking real tough. And Matt Hill, who I said earlier, is having some problems with breathing. Last year he was one of the top five as a sophomore on the varsity. He's earned a varsity letter from his freshman year up. He's a junior right now. Here's Dave Boisher, looking strong. Nice job, Dave. And the next Glenbard man will be Doug Manick. Now we'll be coming into the finish here. And Steve Timble still has the lead. A nice strong kick. Real nice strong kick. Losing some yardage on that left foot movement there. Toeing out. Real good runner. He took 10th in the conference meet later on in the year. And Dan Zarowski, who beat Timble later on in the conference, taking 9th. Nice strong finish. Good arm movement. Nice job, Dan. And Jim Reed, who took 11th in the conference later on, is finishing up 3rd here. With Chris Berkey, who I said earlier has a great last mile finish, is coming in. Chris Berkey will be 4th place. Both men passed the sophomore Trace for Downers Grove North. Real good job. This is where Glenbard won the meet. And here comes the sophomore Tracy right now. Real strong arm movement. Mike Johnson's coming up on both of them though. Johnson has a very strong kick. Nice arm movement, real strong arm movement. Coming in and just not able to catch up to those Downers Grove guys. He's our 4th man. Here comes Downers Grove's 4th man. And their 5th man. Their 5th man has got our 5th man beat right now. Tom Gorman trying to catch him. Let's go, Tom. Let's get him, Tom. Matt Hill's right behind him. Matt Hill's always got a strong kick. Not close enough. Tom will be our 5th man, though. First time he's done that in a dual meet. And Matt Hill will finish up our 6th man. Good job, Matt. There's John Poison, who had to drop out because of a very sore foot that he broke in the summer. Here comes Dave Boisher, the strong kick. Very strong kick, looking good. Dave's been running well. Nice finish, Dave. Looks like Glenbard West will win this meet. A very close score, 26-29 over Downers Grove North. In the conference meet, Glenbard West did finish 3rd, with York winning it and Proviso West taking 2nd.